Hi everyone, it's Sandy. Thank you for joining me here on my channel, Septera's Room. I was meant to come on here a few days ago and share with you my Christmas tag flip folder using my Season of Joy Christmas digital kit. But I had a very exciting family commitment that I had to be at, and my youngest daughter Tanisha had given birth to a boy on Saturday, and he is a handsome bundle of joy. His name is Theodore. So I've been really busy with being with the family and helping her settle back at home. I now have three amazing grandchildren, and I'm just so excited to have another grandchild in the family. So now that she's settled back at home, I can come on here and now show you how I put the tag flip folder together. For those that had already purchased the kit and had been waiting patiently for me to show you how I made this, thank you very much, and I really hope you will enjoy the kit as much as I have been enjoying playing with it. I've got a couple more projects that I made with this kit, which I can't wait to share with you in my next videos. But I want to just show you how I make one of these if you wanted to make one. It's very easy. I didn't do any measuring, and all I done was, I'll just give you a quick flip through again. So it's just a open folder like this, and there is a little tuck pocket here where I've added some of the little pieces of ephemera in there, and then I did a little bit of embellishing and adding some lace and trim, and then it opens up like that. And here is one of the tags that flip out, and there is a side pocket here for more of your ephemera pieces, tags, note cards, or journaling cards. You could then use this spot to do some journaling or add a photo, or you can also add another pocket here from the kit that you can add and use to add more ephemera. And then it closes up like that. Oh, then in here I've also added like a flip up folder that opens up this way with some Velcro, and then opens up like that. And I just added some bits and pieces of scraps and ephemera pieces from the kit, and just a bundle of things in here with some paper clip to hold it together. I just thought it was just fun to add another little additional folder inside the folder. And this is one of the ephemera pieces in there as well. So this one I won't show you how to make it. It's just very straightforward. It just uses one of the background papers, and then you just cut it to whatever width you like. And then I just sort of did like two score lines, or just folding it there and folding it like that. And then I added one of the ephemera pieces to the front just to give it extra, extend the length down, and then added some trim. And then I just placed this inside like that, and then just using a paper clip to hold it. So this was just something extra I added inside. And then this is the other tag flip. And so there is a pocket here. These are the two tag flips. So there was that pocket in the front with envelope and tag, and that part. And then this also has another tag that has a pocket with some envelope and tag, and flips open to another side pocket here. So it's just a simple tag flip folder with a couple of extra tuck pockets, and then it can just close up like that. And then I just cut another strip of paper and then wrapped it around the folder as a closure, and then punched a couple of holes, and then added some seam binding to the front. So I'm going to show you how I made this. So all you need is, I made the tag for the flip using the journal kit, the journal kit of the Season of Joy, and you get 5 pages in that kit. And in this kit you get these 2 pages that have a tag, envelope, a pocket, a smaller tag, a note card, and some ephemera pieces. So I used both these sets in here. So that's one, and this is the other one. And I've already put one together. So this is that whole complete set from one page. So there's a little tag, little mini envelope, and then there is a little note card that come on that same page. And you just assemble it, and that all fit in there. So you just do 2 of those. I'm going to assemble this one in this video. And then once I've assembled that, I'll show you how to make the folder cover and how to create the flip pages as well. So what I'll do first, I'm just going to assemble this one. So all you do is you just cut every piece out. So this one is this one. I didn't cut any of those out, just the main elements. And then what I'd done, because it was printed on normal copying paper, I did print another background paper, which is this one. You'll find this background paper in the background 00, let me see, I think it's the 002 background kit, and that's that one there. But you can use any one, or you don't have to. You could use your tea stain paper or cardstock, whatever you like. I just wanted to make it a little bit sturdy, so I just backed that onto the tag and glued it. And with this one here, I did some stitching around this one, but I won't do it for this. So what I've done was I've already cut everything out. So I'm just going to, this is just more of a process video, and then you can, once watch the video, you can go back and follow along again and make it. So I've already cut the little pocket, and I did ink all the edges with Tim Holtz vintage paper. Is that what it's called? Vintage photo, sorry. Vintage photo. So I'm just going to glue the 3 sides. So when you cut it out, you just fold those little 3 sides. And then I'm just going to just glue it down here, sort of center it down the bottom. So I've got that. And that's a note card, and that's a tag that I've already distressed. So this is the envelope that you just sort of cut and then just follow the parts where you need to fold. It's pretty straightforward. And I'm just going to glue the bottom of the edge of the envelope. Okay, so now I've got the envelope done for that. Goes in there nicely, and then I'll pop that inside the pocket. There's a tag. So now I've got these 2 already, which are the same as these 2. And then to make the folder, and then what I've done here is I cut out, I had some more of the scraps, and then you want to cut, this is, I use cardstock for this, but you can use paper as well, it's fine. I cut 2 pieces at 2 inches by 4 inches. So I've cut 2 of those. That's for the tuck pockets here. If you didn't purchase my digitals, you can still make this with your preferred papers. You just work out your sizes and how to make your own tags to create the flip. So you can use your own papers as well. So I did cut out 2 of those 2 by 4 inches. And then I had a little piece of scrap that was part of this, because when you cut it out, this was one of the background papers, I think. You get the little extra piece, and then what I done was I made that tuck pocket here. So just use whatever piece you have, you can make a little tuck pocket. All right, let's do the base folder. So this is one of the background papers. I used cardstock, and then I printed it on both sides, and I'm using A4 paper because we use A4 paper here in Australia. But if you're using a letter size, I'm just going to show you. This is a letter size. This is one of my other digital kit. This is the letter size paper, and this is an A4. So you're going to see there is a little bit of difference in the length. The height is nearly the same in height, just as slightly, probably about 1/4 of an inch longer than an A4, but the length, it's shorter than an A4. So when you print your background paper, it is going to be a little bit shorter than the A4 size. I think it might even be about 1/2 an inch shorter in length, but it will still work. It'll just be, I'll just show you this part here where I've got the closure here. With the letter size, yours is going to probably be a little bit shorter than this, but it'll still have a closure flap. You'll see what I mean when we do it. Now what I'm going to do is grab one of the tags, and all you're going to do first is just decide how long you want your folder to be. So I'm not even measuring it. I'm just going to use my tag as my guide. So you can see how my tag is sort of peeking up a little bit above the edge here. I wanted to intentionally done that because I wanted to have it peeking out through the top. So you can see I wanted it peeking out, but you decide how high you want your folder. So I want mine to just stick out a little bit up there, and I'm going to cut mine sort of probably about here, so maybe an inch away from that edge. So I'm going to cut mine about there. I'm just going to use a trimmer. Just fold that over here. So I'm just going to grab my trimmer, and I'm just going to just sort of work out how high I want it. And I do want a little bit of, still want to have a nice edge border. So I might just go about there. And if you want to know how far or how much, it's roughly about 5 1/4 inches. So let's just do it at 5 1/4 of an inch. So then I've got this extra piece here, which will be, you can use this for the belly band, or you can use it for the part where you cut these two pieces. So you can keep that to the side. We're going to work with this for the folder. I'm just going to turn around. So this is going to be my cover. And then what I'm going to do here, so these two are going to go sort of like that, just so you can see. And then I'm just going to find where I would like to create the fold so that I can fold it over like that, but allowing a little bit of space, like a border space for each of the tag. So you can use your scoreboard if you like. I'm just going to, let's say, so I'm going to go probably about there. So that's where I'm going to make the fold here. And then the other fold will be here. So if you've got a letter size, just sort of work out your placement as long as you've got a little bit for your closure. So okay, let's just go ahead with this now. I'm going to probably go about here. So this is for those that don't have a scoreboard. Just going to use my finger to use as a guide, and I'm just going to probably go like that, pinch it. Just double check that's where I'm happy. So, and now I'm going to just fold that down. So now I've got a fold piece here, so that's those two are going to go there. And then I'm going to create another fold here for the closure. I'll try and keep the spaces the same, so I'm going to do it about here. So let me just go like that. And then I'm just going to allow a little bit of space, maybe about there. So I might go about there. And that's, so there's my folder. So letter size, yours is going to be a little bit shorter, but it'll still be fine. So now that's going to go in there like that. And now we're just going to create the hinge so that these can swing open. And that's using these two pieces. So what I'm going to do is we're going to fold about 1/2 inch on the left side of both. You can use your scoreboard if you want to, or just folding it. I'm just going to fold it. 1/2 inch is fine. That's all you need. So there are your folds. And what I'll do now, I'm going to corner around the right side. Just decorates the corner and also gives me an indication where I want that pocket to be. So I've got the corner around those two corners, and that's where the folds are. So that's going to get placed. So that's your fold, and your tag is going to be placed on top there like that, leaving just a tiny bit of the fold a little bit out of the edge of the tag when we glue it. Don't line it right up on it, just allow a little bit of a, move it in a little bit. So what we're going to do though first, let's glue this down. So let's see, we're going to do that now. Oh, sorry, I've done that wrong. Sorry, it's the other way. That goes that way. I was trying to work it, why wasn't that going to work? Sorry, the folds to the front, not to the back, to the front. Like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to glue that to that. I was wondering why it's not going to work that way. All right, so now what we're going to do, we're going to add glue to here, but not right on the edge, just on the inside edge. So I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to keep it just a little bit away from the edge. So see, that's going to open and close like that. You can ink that edge here too so that you don't see any of the white, which I might just do that. I'll just ink that a little bit. Okay, so we'll just do that with the other side. Going here as well. And then that's going to get placed inside like that, and that one will get placed in there like that. And now to get that to give us that side pocket, all we do here is we are going to glue along this edge and the bottom. And then you're just going to place it where you like. So I'm just going to making sure I'm going to try and keep mine centered with the fold. I'm going to go about there, have that bit sticking up. I should have edged this I should have edged this part as well with the ink. That's okay. So that gives me the flip. And then then you've got your side pocket there. And then we'll do the same to this side. Your second flip page. One. So that's that. So that's how I made the tag flip folder. Then I've got that little extra piece which I can place there to create an extra tuck pocket for your smaller pieces. And I'm just going to just cut it. This is a bit too long. So I don't want it right on the edge of that fold line. Just want a little bit away. So see where I've got mine, it's about there. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to tear it with my hand in an angle. Just like that. And then I'm just going to ink it. The inking of the edges does make a difference, and it just covers all of that white edge. And I can just place it there like that, and that gives me an extra little tuck pocket. And that's just adding glue to the two sides. I need to fill up my bottle with more glue. And then you can add some of the ephemera pieces and decorate the pocket. I added a doily that I cut out to the bottom there. So it's got a bit of lace. And that'll give you an extra tuck pocket down there. And then you can add some trim like I have to the top of your tag, add a little charm dangle. And then that closes up like that. And then you can have fun decorating the cover, add some trim, and then create a belly band if you wanted to keep it closed. Add one of these pockets, pretty easy to make. Or you can make a match booklet. That would be fun as well to add inside there. Something extra. So that's how I made the tag flip booklet. And then for the belly band, I just sort of wrapped it around and then just work out the measurements for the belly band. And you can make it as wide as you like, as thin as you like, and then you just cut it out to fit. I just went like this first and wrapped it around, and then if I sort of, when I was happy with where I wanted it, then I punched a couple of holes and created a gentle fold on the edge. And that's all there is to my tag flip booklet using my Season of Joy kit. I'm going to be back to share with you a couple more fun projects using my kit. And I hope you enjoyed this process video, and I'll see you all soon in my next video. Bye for now.